Yeah,
Okay, can I just
yeah, we
say,
don't really have music like that anymore.
right? Wow, what a great time for rock.
Yeah,
Late
yeah.
night,
Even
late
worldwide, it's
80s.
the first time we ever discover like such a probably what was very impactful rock era in current Chinese times
So-
in terms of rock. Like they were probably people when you ask someone, it's like, who was your favorite rock band? I like old school. I like the Black Panthers.
Yeah. I feel like it's like the pinnacle era for this style, though. Late 80s and early 90s. He had the most outrageous bands in the West, and obviously it translated really well in China, as you can obviously tell. But in this particular case, yeah, I feel like the song has been immortalized because you could hear the song today in a
brilliant.
bar
Yeah.
and sing your lungs out to having a good time.
Here's
you
the
know?
interesting thing about them as well, which I think is what you're alluding to. I think you bring their discs, you bring their music here to a British pub. Obviously, I think everyone sort of acknowledges that there was the pinnacle era of British rock. And I think if you play these guys here or you bring them live, people will be like, oh my God, our long lost brothers.
Literally,
You
it's such a great translation of a genre that nowadays is dead. This idea of accessible rock has completely died.
Maybe
Not
not
it
died, but
merged into something else.
and
It
it's not
evolved into something else.
as popular as it once was here in the West. I
yes.
do not know what again, this is the interesting thing. For those that may not know, we check out music industries from all over the world. We had to put a pause on the podcast because of Baleska's injury, but we were checking out, discovering industries and interviewing artists from all over the world. You can not just Asia, all over Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, Spain, France, Italy, Morocco, the African continent, Algeria.
yeah.
So the Middle East. So there are in specific music industries, specific genres do better than others. And some genres that may be dead.
In a specific part of the world,
Or what people consider in the music industry, like the West, like the US and the UK. If it may be dead there, that does not mean that in Morocco is not one of the most popular genres.
yeah, it would be fascinating because it could be like a tiny little place in the world where the most heard genre would be like 90s rock, and there are new bands of new people that are young creating amazing music in the same style.
So let us know in the comments if you feel as if rock in the Chinese music industry
has prevailed
throughout the years, or do you feel like other sort of music genres have taken over? Let's have a look at the lyrics. In the midst of the sea of people, there is you and me. We meet and acquaint ourselves with each other, both trying to figure the other person out. In the midst of the sea of people are you and me, pretending to be upright, our faces bearing smiles. There is no need to excessively say more than you need to. You clearly understand what you and I want to do. There's no need to care too much, and even less need to be sad. There will eventually be a day when you'll understand me.
This is a very coaxic phrasing in the lyricism. There's like, come on, you and we do not high and shame kind of thing.
It's like,
This
let's
is
rebel
quite nice.
together.
Yeah.
In the midst, very common to rock. In the midst of the sea of people, I see you again, mesmerizing as before, beautiful as before. You slowly relax, slowly abandon, but like before, you don't actually care. There is no need for you to excessively say more than you need to. You clearly understand what you and I want to do.
It's like, you're bound by nothing. Be free with me.
That proceeds to repeat itself several times, and then it proceeds and it says, there will be eventually a day when you'll understand me. I no longer believe in reason. People are already so cold and detached. I no longer reminisce about the past. Right now I am no longer my past self. Although I had once felt lonely and have been given the cold shoulder by others, I have yet to feel I have nowhere to hide from my shame.
My God.
Rock.
It's fabulous. I love the contraposition between the title of the song and the genuine message behind it. It's the shame is always known to have a negative connotation, but in this particular, the way the song has been focused is more like shame is a natural thing that humans do, and we should not hide from it. And I like the idea of this, even though this feeling will pass, this euphoric, like, let's get lost together, will pass, we should still embrace it.
So
Nice.
again, rock is not my favorite genre, and this type
this was fab.
this type of lyrics and stuff like that. Well, of course, you'd find it fab. This is what Baleska adores. But I think you would be a fool if you do not see the value in experiencing and experimenting and learning from different genres itself. It is undoubtedly that for a percussionist or a drummer like myself, you have to learn rock. There's so much magic in moments like this. Those arrangements, you learn to play most rock songs, and you will be a fairly good drummer. So. The song was actually composed by the guitarist
Oh, fabulous.
Lee Tong, and lyrics by vocal Du Wei. That was the name of the singer, Du Wei. I think he has left the band now. At the beginning of the music video, the band crossed the Great Wall of China with the red flag high. So it was the Great Wall of China. It's funny how they basically recorded the whole video in front of the Tiananmen Square to show their rock spirit of the era.
Very nice.
It's so funny how
Very rebellious to the time, right? I would think.
And that must be so weird back in the day where like in the 90s you wouldn't really see that many bands just like set up shop in the middle of now you get that with all the influences and all this shit.
Basking is a thing now. But I suppose it was it was a novelty back in the early 90s.
We will check out a second one called Don't Break My Heart.
Okay.
I think a few of the musicians have left the band, unfortunately, but they're still active until today, mate.
Wow. I do think there would be a fabulous group to watch in a live setting, though.
Yeah, there are many bands that we're adding to our list. Obviously, we make music ourselves and stuff like that, and we want to take inspiration from many different parts of the world, and then hopefully that inspire great art in between us. I don't think we'll ever make rock, but it is.
But again, who knows?
Ballet, it's not me.
I'm open to experiment always.
But in terms of the arrangements musically, it's like, come on. You have to love this. There's no way no one can listen to that
and
percussion
not feel
and the
something.
Guitar, and then you'd be like,
yeah, you have
you're
to
lying.
You have to be dead inside.
Yeah.